Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is Daniel John Lee with Torah Restoration Ministries. It is the 28th day of the 9th Hebrew month. We're right in the midst of Hanukkah, the 4th day of Hanukkah. And I was getting my car an oil change earlier today. And as I was waiting for the oil change, I was reading the scriptures. And Yah showed me something really amazing that I'd never seen before about Hanukkah. And it's in Ezekiel chapter 43 and starting in verse 18. And this is in reference to when you read Ezekiel 40 through the end of the book, Yah is giving a vision to Ezekiel of the temple that will exist in Israel during the millennial kingdom, the 1,000-year reign that Yahshua will rule over the earth. That'll be from 2017 all the way to 3017 AD. Hallelujah. And he says, starting in verse 18, this is Ezekiel 43, starting in verse 18. And he said unto me, Son of man, thus saith Yahweh Yahshua, these are the ordinances of the altar in the day when they shall make it, to offer burnt offerings thereof, and to sprinkle blood thereon. And you shall give to the priests the Levites that be of the seed of Zadok, which approach unto me to minister unto me, says Yahweh Yahshua, a young bullock for a sin offering. And you shall take of the blood thereof, and put it on the four horns of it, on the four corners of the settle, and upon the border round about. Thus shall you cleanse and purge it. So they're cleansing and purging the temple. That should make you think of Hanukkah, because Hanukkah is all about cleansing the temple. Now listen to this. Thou shalt take the bullock also of the sin offering, and you shall burn it in the appointed place of the house without the sanctuary. And so that's the first day. Then on the second day you shall offer a kid of the goats without blemish for a sin offering. And then you go, and it talks about when you've made an end of cleansing it, you shall offer a bullock without blemish, a ram of the flock without blemish. You shall offer them before Yahweh. And the priest shall cast salt upon them, and they shall offer them up for a burnt offering unto Yahweh. Then, so that was the first day, second day. It says 7 days you're going to be doing this. 7 days you shall prepare every day a goat for a sin offering. They shall also prepare a young bullock and a ram out of the flock without blemish. 7 days they shall purge the altar and purify it, and they shall consecrate themselves. So now we have 7 days of cleansing and purification. Now listen to this. This is the last verse, verse 27. And when these 7 days are expired, it shall be that upon the 8th day, and so forward, the priest shall make your burnt offerings upon the altar and your peace offerings, and I will accept you, says Yahweh Yahshua. So we have 7 days of cleansing, and then the 8th day, by the 8th day, the temple has been fully cleansed, and then he says he will accept the offerings on the altar. So this is an 8-day feast. It's all about cleansing the temple. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that Ezekiel 43 is referencing Hanukkah, because Hanukkah is the time we celebrate the cleansing of the temple. That's what the Maccabees did. It took them 8 days. When you go through the book of Maccabees, it took them 8 days to cleanse the temple. Of course, Yahshua celebrated this in John 10:22, and I believe this is referring to the Hanukkah in 2017, after Yahshua has returned in power and glory from the sky. First, he took us up to be with him on Yom Teruah 2017. We then go to the wedding supper of the Lamb. We come back on Yom Kippur 2017. He, in flaming fire, destroys the son of perdition. And then for Hanukkah that year, a couple months later, after the fall feast, I think this is what occurs. Yah has his priests cleanse this temple that had been defiled by the Antichrist, or that had been misused or whatnot. And he cleanses it, and then on the 8th day, these sacrifices are now appropriate. He'll accept them. And we know that the sacrifices will be done during the millennial kingdom, because in Zechariah 14, as well as here in Ezekiel, it talks about these sacrifices being done for that 1,000 years. Of course, they don't replace what Yahshua did. They just point back. They're a memorial back toward what Yahshua has already done on the cross. Just like in Old Testament times, the sacrifices pointed toward them. And this again lines up right with Matthew 5, 17 through 20, where Yahshua says, until the heavens and earth pass away, not one jot or one tittle will pass from the Torah. So I just think this is beautiful. I never had seen Hanukkah in Ezekiel 43, and I just wanted to share that with everyone. I hope this podcast blesses you, and check out the website. I'm going to put a link down below so that you can just click on it to go to the website, and it's www.spiritandtorah.com. Shalom.